Hi guys, welcome back to J2EE tutorial. So the previous discussion we have like a very brief introduction about session tracking techniques. So as we seen, there are four types of session tracking techniques we have. One is hidden field, and other one is URL rewriting, and third one is cookies and HTTP session. So let's see one by one now in practical. So how can I actually implement the hidden fields first? Let's assume you have a login page like this, and if you want to pass some data which is not visible to the user directly here, and if you want to pass the data for the login submission, so from where you can have the hidden fields. So let me demonstrate. Let's assume this is your login page. There you will be having the visible fields like the username and the password. So these two fields you will be giving as a visible fields, and there will be another field where you can have the other than the sub. So you will be having one submit button. So along with these, you will be having one more field, which is called as the hidden field. So within this form, you will be keeping one field which is not visible to all the users, and this particular field will have some value. So it's telling I'm hidden text. So you'll be sending some data to the form. So what are the servlet you'll be having? Suppose if it is a login servlet. So you can have one login page, and where you can have the hidden fields, you can set it, and that cannot be visible to the user. So user can able to see only these fields, username and password. You cannot able to see the hidden field. What are you going to put that particular field? He is not able to get it. So let me add that field. So the implementation, the typical syntax for the hidden field looks like input type equal to text, and the name is equal to uname. Likewise, we'll be defining for username and password, right? So the same way, I'll be giving the input type instead of text. What I'm giving hidden. So if I give this as a hidden, so then it means like this will not be visible to the user, and this is a hidden field. And for a hidden field, we cannot bypass the values, right? Because for visible fields only, we can able to enter the values in the HTML page. But the page here for visible fields only, we can able to enter the page data. And for hidden fields, we are not able to enter the data. For that reason, we need to hard code that value in the hidden field value, that is value attribute. You need to set hidden field or hidden text. So these are, you can add a hidden field in your code, and you can able to get this particular value within your login servlet. So that kind of transactions you can able to do it, not only for the login servlet, and even if it is a kind of home page or something. So whatever the servlet it is, you can able to bypass this particular hidden data to the respective consecutive servlets. So the advantage will be like it works always like even if cookies are enabled or disabled in your browser, like irrespective of the settings of your browser, it works like it works. There's no problem, so nothing will stop to work for this functionality. And the disadvantage is like every time you have to have these hidden fields, and you need to bypass the data to the every time you have to enter these hidden fields, and you need to enter the hard coded data, and you have to bypass it. And the third disadvantage is like you have to have the text data only. You cannot pass other kind of objects. Suppose if you want to pass some kind of student object, so that is not possible over here. You just need to have the text kind of format only. You can able to pass it. Let's see the advantage. So advantages are hidden fields works irrespective browser settings. Browser settings are like you can enable the cookies or disable the cookies. What are the operations you do, nothing will stop to work for these hidden fields. So these the major advantage. That's only the advantage it is having, and disadvantages are so disadvantages are more for this. The first one is like um, the first one is like you cannot able to bypass the data every time. Other than the text, you cannot able to bypass it. So it means only text data will be passed or used. The second one is like every time you have to put the extra effort. So along with the form, you need to have extra data from data in form submission. So every time you have to bypass this extra data. So these hidden fields you have to bypass it. So these are all the advantages and disadvantages. And let me implement this one in our current login page, which is our the Flipkart login page. So where this file we have within the index.html. Let me add that value. Before that, let me stop the server so that I can rerun that and I can check the value. So here along with the form, so the form is already available. Along with the form, I'm just entering one hidden field. So what we have to enter, it's a type is hidden and value will be text from login. So these is the text we are passing. So if you want to get this particular value in the login servlet, so what are the login servlet you will be having? So in this, if you want to get this value, like how you are getting username and password, for that you have to give a name like username and password. We have to give a name for that. The name I will be giving hidden ID, or you can give invisible field. So I'm just giving name as invisible field, and with this name, so now we can see whether this value is appearing or not. And if you want to get this particular value, we are able to using with this name, we can able to get it from the servlet. So let me get it here, like how we are getting the username and password. The same way you can able to get the invisible field value. Request start get parameter of the value, the name, whatever the name you mentioned over there, that you have to give it here. So let me print in the console, or let me print in the console so that we can able to see the result over here, whether these details came or not. This out. So I'm just giving invisible field value. Let me print the username also for reference. And before that, I'm just printing login success. So multiple sysouts to make sure this value is coming. So login is success, and now I'm printing the username. So once we run this application, then we are expecting the login success in the console, and apart from that, and we are printing the username, and we are printing the invisible field value. So what are the invisible field value we enter over here? That value we are expecting in the console. So let me run this application. So we got the login page ready. Let me refresh this. See, even if you refresh this page and you cannot able to see that particular hidden field because you put the type as hidden. So that is the reason this particular field does not appear. And if you put this field as text again, if you just save it with the text, if you refresh this page, see, you are getting that page, that field appear. So if you just put the type as hidden and save it, once you save it, then you just refresh this page, this will go. See, that's gone. So that's how you can able to manage with the hidden fields. If you put the hidden field, that cannot be visible to the end user. If you put the text, then only it is visible to the user. And I just put hidden admin and admin. I just give the right credentials, and my intention is I need to get the console output like the login success and username. Username is admin, and the invisible field value will be this one, the hidden text from the login. Let me run this application and let me go and see the console. See, in the console it's telling login got succeed and username value will be admin and invisible field value will be hidden text field from login. So these are you can able to implement the hidden fields in your application, and make sure these not prefer to write in your all applications, like it's not good to write in your all your applications, and there is one major disadvantage with this. I'll just show you that. So let me go to the home page. So the disadvantage is like with this I have mentioned only two, but there is a major disadvantage with this. So the user can able to, if he is technically a little bit good, and then he can able to see the code. Source code, who user can able to see the source code. Let me show you how this will actually does. So you just need to go to the login, and now this field is not visible. You just need to right click on this page and go to the view page source. Just click on view page source, then you can able to see the whole content itself here. See, input type hidden and the value and everything you can able to see it here. So that's how the user can able to predict this value even if you hiding it also. So if you just click on right click and view the source code, then the source code can able to access to everyone. So within the source code, this particular hidden fields will be, the code will be appear, and values also can able to see it. So that's a major disadvantage I can say for hidden fields. But if it is not much secured data, and if it is okay to show to the user, and but you don't want to make the UI user interface to be ugly, and you just want to bypass it using hidden fields. So if it is unsecured data, and if you don't want to expose in the front end, then in that case you can put the user the fields in hidden fields format. So that's about the hidden fields. So let's see the next topic, which is the URL rewriting. So what is URL rewriting? Suppose if you have a URL, like the login or product. So if you enter any page and you're getting products.html, so if you want to bypass any values with this. Suppose if you're going to view products, and if you're clicking on view products, if you see in the bottom, it is calling the here, if you observe it, it is telling the view products servlet. So you can look at the my windows, near to my windows icon. There you can see the URL which is showing like localhost 8080 Flipkart and view product servlet. If you just click on this link, then it will go to the particular view servlet, view products page. And if you want to make this if you want to pass any additional information along with the basic URL, so that's where the URL rewriting comes into the picture. So let me show you how it is. So let me go to this particular product. So it's I mean like you have a anchor link. Within the anchor link, you can able to bypass this values. Let me show you how it is. So the URL is http localhost 8080 Flipkart, and it is showing view products servlets. So this is your URL for that particular anchor link. Let me implement in our products page. So I'm just going to this particular products home HTML page, and for view products page, I'm just passing these two parameters, and I'll be accessing these parameters within the products list page. Means in this page, I'll be accessing that particular data. So let me go there. So I have to go to products home.html. So within the products home.html, we have the servlet reference available. I'm just passing the additional information quantity. It's not mandate like you have to pass the fields whatever we have here. You can pass anything. Instead of passing the quantity, I'll be passing items equal to 10 and just giving code equal to pen. So I'm just giving two parameters. One is items equal to 10 and the code is pen. I'm just giving two parameters. So we need to get these values. So the URL rewriting is done, and we have to get these values within the respective servlet. So let me go there, and we'll see how to get these values within the view product servlet. So where is my view product servlet? Here it is. So within this view product servlet, I just need to get those values, and I'll need to print the values in the console. So let me get those values, and we know how to get the values from the from, right? The same way we have to use the request.get parameter for getting these particular URL parameters. Like what are the values we have, we can get it in the request object. Let me get that string. So what is the name? Items equal to request dot get parameter of items. So you can give any name. So these is an integer we are passing over there. So I'm just giving 10 over there. So I need to convert that to integer. Integer dot parser int of requested get parameter of items. So I'm just giving the integer pass, and I need to have integer data type here. And there is other parameter which is the code. Let me stop this server. So there is other parameter which is code, which is giving the string value for me. Let me get that value. String code equal to, or you can give any name, code value equal to request dot get parameter of code. So I have these two values, and now I'll be printing these values in the console. Sys out items from URL will be items. The same way I'll be having one more sys out, which is code from URL. So from the URL, what are the code I'm getting? That code value I'm just giving it here. So I'm done with the URL writing. The first one is, so I just need to have the question mark and the parameters, the number of parameters. So you can, if you want to add one more parameter, then you just need to put and symbol, and you can have param 3 and value. So what are the value you want, you can give it, and that one also you can get it over there. So you can put n number of parameters over there, and if you want to access those values in the servlet, and it's simple like how we are getting the request.get parameters from the form, the same way you can able to get it. So let me execute this program, and we can see how this functionally works. Run on server. So it started. So let me have my console clear. So we're getting the data over here. I'm going to the login servlet. So let me go and give the credentials, and we got these details from the hidden fields. So these about the hidden fields. Let me go and click on view products. See, if you see in the URL here, and please look into here, and if you see in the URL, now it is telling view product servlet having the additional parameters like items equal to 10 and code equal to PEN. So let me click on this. So once you click on this particular data, what are the data we have, this is coming to this particular servlet, which is view servlet page, and you can able to see the data over here. And let me go and see the console. See, items from the URL you got 10, and code from URL you got PEN. So you got the data from the URLs. So these the advantage of using the URL rewriting. So here you don't need to give the hidden fields and all, and these are one step ahead for the hidden fields. So hidden fields, you just need to have a separate HTML code. There you need to put your key and the value and the name for that, and again you have to process it, and this additional code is required over here. But in URL rewriting, you don't need to have extra code. You just need to bypass additional information with the question mark and symbols, like how we mentioned over here. So these advantage, and let's see the disadvantage with this. So the disadvantage is like you can pass only the text data. That is how it is simpler to the hidden fields. The second one is you can use only for the href anchor tags only. You can able to use it. Other than the anchor tags, you cannot able to use it for other formats. So if you want to use URL rewriting, you have to use the anchor tags for reference, or any servlet call for if you are calling any servlet to using request dispatcher or something. There you can able to bypass the data like this. So for fetching the data, it is for hidden fields, and the URL rewrite and URL parameters both are same. And the security also matters. Like if it is unsecured, it is fine. If it is some confidential data like username and password, you cannot. It is not recommended to use the URL writing. So it depends on the context, you can choose URL writing or the hidden fields. And the next topics what are we going to discuss, which is the cookies and the sessions. So those are actually more secured than these two, like the hidden fields and the URL writing. Compared to these two, the cookies and sessions are more secured, and you can able to see the data like this in the URLs, or for the hidden fields we can able to see the code in the view source code for the page code, and for URL parameters you can able to see in the browser itself directly in the URL. But for cookies and sessions, it is not directly visible to the user, and let's discuss those two topics in the next tutorial. Thanks guys, thanks for watching.